Hey MGTOWs, this is Vincent. I received a request this morning for a video because I've been kind of neglecting you guys. One of my subscribers who has a channel, and you might want to check him out, called MGTOW Cowboy, and I think I'll link to it below. I seem to remember he has content there. So anyway, as far as an update, a status update of what's going on in Vincent world here, I am sort of, I don't know if I'm backsliding or not, but things aren't looking great. My fatigue levels have increased dramatically, and the thing is, your liver produces sugar for your bloodstream. And if you burn through that sugar faster than the bloodstream can handle it, then you have what they call a sugar drop, and you're like debilitated until the liver can catch up. According to my most recent scan, my liver's about 30% cancer. So basically, I have less liver to provide blood sugar. So I discovered to my chagrin that I absolutely can't have caffeine anymore. It increases your metabolism, burns through your blood sugar, and then you're screwed. I was driving to the cancer center not too long ago, and I didn't know this at the time, and I was falling, in spite of all my willpower, I was falling asleep driving. I actually had to stop and do the unspeakable and buy a freaking Butterfinger, pound that thing down, and had a latte with it, and it brought me back somewhat so that I was able to drive. But without the caffeine, my energy levels are simply low, but not brutal, right? So another problem is I'm having a little bit more liver pain right here, and I don't like the way it's looking, but I'm not really going to change my plans, because according to the stats, colon cancer metastasized to the liver is, the survival rate is exactly the same as it is if you take chemo or ignore the problem completely. So it's like living in an intestine is a harsh environment, and any kind of cancer that can survive and begin to grow there laughs at a lot of things. That all the other cancers, curl up and die with, right? So I'm going to continue with the fenbendazole, megadosing of D and E, and I've been doing natural C, a type of vitamin C that is actually produced by a real organism, and this is what I'm using right here, and it has about like 90% of your daily requirements of C, but I drink like 2 big glasses of big Burger King cups, right, with the C in it a day, and it's alkaline water too, so that can't do anything but help. So basically what I'm doing right now is I'm on day 2 of a fast. I'm not sure how long I'm going to take it out, but I might just keep going until my liver stops hurting. If if the pain goes away, then I can probably risk eating something. So I think I will just continue the fast and just cross my fingers. So well, that's about it there. And man, I saw Hammerhand's I don't know if it's his most recent video. It's his most recent large video, and wow, he actually had a meeting with a girl who was dating him 7 years ago, treated him like crap, and then basically she just immediately came into the car practically before her butt hit the seat and started asking for favors. It's like she wanted him to lie for her to get out of work, you know, as if he had some kind of authority at her work, you know, and that is just underhanded and dishonorable, you know. So it's clear, I mean, it's a huge red flag. It's a huge red flag when a woman doesn't want to meet her promised obligations. And if she doesn't feel any kind of remorse or anything about failing to be good to her word, she is absolutely not worth. I mean, she's toxic. She will do nothing but wreck you. So that was a very illuminating video. And then as soon as her butt hit the ground, I mean the seat, she started asking for favors. She said, "Oh, my brakes are bad. I need you to fix my brakes." Oh, and there was some other thing that was broken too. I can't remember what. And he just laughed at her, and he said, "I can't believe this. You just got here and you're already asking for favors." And then she started trying to emotion him up and saying, "Oh, I remember when we went to Papa John's," or something like that. "And I remembered you because I went to Papa John's." And basically she just obviously she looks at him as absolutely nothing more than an appliance. And then she started blathering on about wanting to get married and have a kid, meaning secure that child support payment and a fuck ton of money. So yeah, it's so transparent, and she wasn't bright enough to understand how transparent she was, and she had just no self-awareness, and apparently there's a part 2 coming up, so I highly recommend watching it. Man, what a travesty. I mean, it's so two-dimensional. Maybe an 18-year-old could get fooled by something like that, but Hammerhand has been around the block. It's hard to fool. I think that it would be very hard to fool him. So I'm a big fan of Hammerhand, by the way. So basically, in other news, I find it very interesting that the CDC is no longer tracking the virus cases for those who have been immunized or vaccinated. And unless they end up in the hospital and hospitalized or dying. So basically, they aren't measuring the other side. They're measuring the cases for those who haven't been vaccinated, but they are not measuring the cases for those who have been vaccinated. So it's just another obvious sign that we don't really live in a nation anymore. We live in a medical industry which has masqueraded into being a government. It's and they don't give a shit about us. The only thing they want is money. And so basically, it's a real travesty. It's a real nasty thing. And the reason why the numbers will be on propaganda.com of your choice, whatever mainstream thing, if you even watch any of that anymore, which I don't. The only reason it will show up that unvaccinated cases, oh my goodness, they're terrible. It's because they're not counting the cases from people who are being vaccinated. So therefore they get a poor sampling and an uneven comparison. So the medical industry can keep raking in their profits from the stupid sheeple. Sad situation. But man, my immune system has enough to deal with right now. I don't need to throw a freaking COVID vaccine in on top of it. But on top of that, I already had it in Mexico. Me and MGTOW Monger and a friend of ours, we realized, oh fuck, we've got it. So she just didn't go home to her daughter, and we just clammed up right there in the house, which was a nice place to be stranded in. I mean, we just locked ourselves down and ordered a fuck ton of Uber Eats, and I cooked a lot, and I discovered halfway through that I could actually order groceries from Costco in Guadalajara. So that was pretty cool. So I was able to just get all the groceries we needed, burgers. I could fry up all the burgers I wanted, and yeah, good times. Uh-oh, I'm making myself hungry. This is day 2 of my fast. So anyway, okay. So yes, I've already had it, For me, it was about 4 days of a nasty cold. My nose was clogged, and I was like chills, and I was I'm certain I had a fever, but my blood oxygen levels were Monger has a gauge for that. My blood oxygen levels were great. Probably because of all that cardio I had been getting up on the roof with that elliptical. But basically, so basically my oxygen levels were fine, even though I had a pretty nasty cough. And then day 5, my nose cleared up. And the only thing that was weird about it is that for a while, my sense of smell was absolutely zero. I could go take as deep a breath of coffee as I wanted. Decaf, by the way. I could drink, I could take and I could empty my colostomy bag, and usually this invisible hand comes out of your colostomy bag and slaps you across the face about 4 times, and then grabs you, throws you on the ground, and starts jumping up and down on your chest. It's a potent odor sometimes, depending on what I've been eating. But basically, I couldn't smell anything. I was thinking either the smell has gone away completely or I just can't smell anything. So anyway, that continued until day 16. And then on day 18, the last of the chest congestion cleared up, and then I was done. And the cool thing about it is Monger and his friend took off to a local doctor and got a prescription for ivermectin. And then we started taking that on day 2. And I think that and then actually day 3, I think. And then day 5, my nose just cleared right up. So if you can get a hold of some ivermectin from like that horse, there's like it's available on Amazon for horses, and I'm not sure if let's see, no, that was hydroxychloroquine. Hydroxychloroquine. So we took that. Or was it ivermectin? Oh, darn it. Yeah. Don't get old. Let's see, what is it? Yes, it's ivermectin. It's in Spanish, though. But basically, that, I think, pulled us out of it. Otherwise, it could conceivably have been worse. But all in all, I think it was mostly just a bad cold. Ooh, so let's see, what else? Is there anything else I wanted to discuss? Nope, that's about all I got for you guys. I'm going to double down on the fasting, and I'm gonna take some of my meds with my coffee, with as much as I can tolerate without barfing, and then I'll just finish out the day and see how I feel in the morning. Okay, MGTOWs, that's about all I got for you, and don't get married.